Hello and welcome to The Witch Source. I'm Whitney, and yeah, I am The Witch Source. So I just wanted to get on here. I've got to package up some more orders, which thank you guys for that. I'm very appreciative. And I thought I would just do some chit chat and catch you guys up on everything that's been going on. So, as some of you may know or have noticed, there's a big section of podcasts that are now missing from the website. So, it looks like I haven't been active in much longer than it actually has been. Um, so I had partnered with some people, and yeah, that just really didn't work out, and things were moving in a direction that I felt were not right, especially for the witch source. And I've been getting nudges along the way from Goddess that things weren't flowing the way they needed to. So that's that. And so when we parted ways, all the content that was made together ended up getting wiped. So if you're wondering what happened, that's what happened. Also, an update on Sister. So I know it's been like August since she's been on the podcast, and she had some personal health things going on, and she's okay. She's fine. She's adapting and learning how to work with her disability, I guess we'll call it. It just caused her to have a little bit of a mental overload on her brain. Like her brain was taking in more information than it was used to. It was taking on more to process than usual. And it just became very overwhelming for her. So she had to step back and step out. But she did just have a birthday here in March. So she's actually doing well. And she got her promotion at work that she was hoping to get back in August. And so she's been busy with that as well. And of course, her kids are getting a little bit older and demanding some more of her time. So she stepped back, and I'm hoping to be able to get more products up soon. Once I get time to get back to working with her. She's also got a full house. So she had her younger two still at the house, and then her oldest son, who also had his birthday in March, just turned 22. Just crazy to realize that. And him and his wife moved in. So he just got out of the Marines, or is about to get out of the Marines. So his wife moved in with my sister, and they brought their grandbabies. So sister's now a grandma, in case any of you missed that announcement. And they've got another one on the way. So she's got overload, new job, new people in the house, more people in the house with another on the way. And then her son will actually be joining this summer when he gets out of service. So she's had a lot going on. So she took a step back. And as far as I go, baby girl turned 3 in February. So that's been fun. She also started a 3-year-old preschool. So she's doing that, and she is loving it, and her speech is getting a lot better. And that's freed up a little bit more time for me, which has been fun. So in case you missed it, I have on Fridays started doing the live card readings again. I shoot for somewhere around lunchtime. I'm typically going on between 12:30 and 1, and then I have to be done by 2 to go pick her up from preschool. So anybody who's been missing the live free card readings, those are back on the schedule now. And I have the wonderful Pamela in the group. So if any of you have wondered, who is this Pamela in the group? Why is she posting all the time? She is my right-hand witch and number one woman, who really keeps the group active. And she posts some wonderful information for every day, the energy of the day, and just little tidbits and helps about, and witchy tips sometimes too. about what's going on every day. So if you're not in the group, the Witch Source Society, it is a fantabulous place to be. It's a good go-to if you have questions, if you're looking for help with stuff. And we're really starting to get a lot more active in the group and have some fun things coming up. So I would really encourage you. It's on Facebook and it's the Witch Source Society. And we hope that you'll join. Also, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while and you love it, please give us a positive review and share, because it really does help other people find us. And also, if you could like and follow along on the social media outlets, you guys, it seriously helps me out a lot. And I really do appreciate anybody who leaves a positive review. Because you can leave me a positive review on Google for anything that you've gotten, whether that's products, a reading, or the podcast. And then on our Facebook page, same thing. If you could go to our Facebook page, which is simply The Witch Source, and like and follow there and leave a review, I really do appreciate it. Join the group while you're there. We're also on YouTube. So if you didn't know, there are some spell videos up on YouTube that are just standalone spell videos that aren't on the podcast. So those are there. You can subscribe. And when you subscribe, also, it lets you know anytime that I do go live or post new content or new spells, or when I go live for the card reading. So it's a really good thing to do. We're also on Instagram. We would love to have you over there. I do have a TikTok, but I don't have anything on it right now. I've been a little resistant to using TikTok, especially if anybody has read the consent that you are giving TikTok to basically own all the information in your life, not just on the device that you're using, but you give them rights to your computer, to any other cell phones in the house, any computers in the house, any private information in the house. You give them access to record your keyboard strokes, which gives them then access to your passwords, your usernames, what websites you go to. It gets really crazy. And, a lot of times we just hit agree, and we don't actually read the information. So if you go back and actually look at what you're agreeing to, and all the information that you're allowing TikTok to get a hold of, you might would want to backpedal on that as well. So I currently have a TikTok handle reserved, which is of course the Witch Source, but I don't do anything on there, and I actually don't have it downloaded on any of my devices right now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. I know several countries have banned it already just because of the information that they gain. And I know recently the government has worked to pass laws actually that ban people from using TikTok on their devices and in their home, because you are agreeing to any device in the home they have access to as well. So people that you have government computers at home or for work, or government cell phones with access to very sensitive information, they don't want TikTok getting a hold of that. So that's my little blip it on that. I will leave that alone now. So yeah, I would love to have you guys follow us there. Also, what I'm really super excited about is the website. So I'm working on cross-posting. So anytime I make a podcast, I'm creating an actual post on the website. So if you're listening to the podcast and you're like, whoa, that was a lot of information, and I wish I could have taken notes. Well, they're all going to be basically on the website. So there's a tab on the website. It's currently called Book of Shadows. And if you click on that, it takes you to all of what's considered, I guess, the blog. And it's where I post information. So right now I've got, what do you do with your spell remnants? And some moon magic info, color magic info, correspondences. I'm slowly working on building an herb list of correspondences and a crystal correspondence list, so that the Witch Source is truly your source and go-to for anything magical and witchy. I'm working on the Wheel of the Year post, the elements, and I think the funnest thing that I'm working on right now is astrology. And I have thought on several different occasions that, okay, I've got this. I'm ready to record this podcast and get this posted. it's finally, good to go. And I do a review and then I find out, oh, there's more. So astrology is a very wide subject and very deep. So it's very much like the ocean. There's always more to discover and more to learn. So I'm also trying, you guys, to make it as accessible and understandable to people as possible. And I want to give you like general information. Of course, like I do some history behind it because that's the portion I love. I think you should always know the history of what it is that you do, especially when it comes to magic. Um, and, I'm again working in the magical parts of astrology. So it's not just your typical level day, everyday astrology and horoscopes and stuff like that. No, no, no. You guys know me well enough to know now that I like to deep dive on some of these subjects to give you the real good, juicy stuff. But especially like, what does this mean to you as a witch? Where's the magic that comes from this? Yes, astrology within itself is magical, but there's a whole deeper layer to it when you add that into your actual spell crafting and your actual witchcraft. So get ready for that. Also, I'm just working on lots of posts, lots of ideas, lots of podcasts. And I know I keep promising and saying that, but like I said, every time I think it's ready, I find more and it goes deeper. So it'll be coming soon, I promise. But the best part is you'll be able to go to the website and actually get all the information in writing as well as the charts, because astrology, you're going to have charts that you just are visually going to have to lay eyes on to really help you retain, comprehend, and to be able to use it for the magical purposes as well. So that's there. I'm also going to add in some extra moon magic. So if you have already been to the website and looked at the moon magic post, just know that it's going to be expanding here in the next little bit. And then that will actually be turned into a podcast. I don't think I've actually done a moon magic podcast, standalone podcast yet. So that's coming as well. Another thing to let you guys know about is the group. So we're going to start doing some really fun things in the group. We're going to start doing witchcrafts together, and I'm going to have little craft kits for sale that you guys can buy, very reasonable. If anybody who has known me and been with me a while, like my number one thing is keeping things affordable. There is no reason to make things cost an arm and a leg. Now, granted, yeah, I do free readings, and yes, I make this stuff very accessible that we sell all of our products. But I say all that to say, it is how I, help support myself and my family. And of course, it's how I pay for things for the Witch Source. So every time you make a purchase or get a reading, it truly does help, because that's what pays for all the stuff associated with just having a podcast, being able to make videos, being able to go live, hosting a website and all that information. So you really do help and support. One thing I did add here recently is a way that you can tip. So if you get a reading and you really are like, yeah, I really needed that reading and I appreciated it, and it was free, you can now go and basically donate or leave a tip. And all of that information runs at the bottom of the screen. As I'm doing the live readings. Another thing is, I know that there is an absolute power to tithing. I think I've shared once or twice before that I made it my mission to just see what tithing would do for me personally. So for a year, I gave 10% of my earnings to a witchy source, because I feel like tithing isn't just something that you should just give to someplace just to give to someplace. You should give to wherever you find soul fulfillment, because basically the tithe is meant to feed your soul. So there is a person that I love to follow that's really helped me. He really kept me inspired and kept me being magical, even at my lowest points when I didn't want to be anymore. So I actually tithe to him. And so for that year, I tithed to him, and he has a nonprofit or something through the organization that he was working through at the time. That's changed since, but it's been many years ago. So now, it's just a tip him directly, kind of like how I have set up. But here or there, for that year, at the end of the year, I got the tax information back, and I had ended up tithing over $2,000 that year. And I ended up also having double the amount that I tithed in my savings account. And that had never happened before. I had never been a person that actually had extra money put back and in savings that I didn't have to touch. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. So I know that there is an absolute magic and power to doing the tithe. So again, I think that goes to where you are soul fed, wherever supports your soul. That's where I tithe to. So, and that's where I would recommend you tithe to. So, just throwing that out there, try it, see if it works for you. Even when it was hard, I still tithed that year. And at the end of the year, I was amazed. Anyway, so that's added on. And yes, when you do purchase something, and at the end of the day, I don't necessarily need a tip or a tithe. I do greatly appreciate it, but I also want you to get something for the money that you give. So purchasing a reading, I love doing the readings with you guys. There's different options on there. If you can't afford to do a live face-to-face reading, you can always do a 1-question email reading. And if you guys know me at all, I'm going to put my all into any reading that I do at any price point. Okay. If I feel like there's something that you definitely need, I'm going to communicate that to you, whether it's your question or not. Okay. I think people who have, done those types of readings with me, already know that. And most of the time, they'll have a question on their one email question, and I respond to that too. And I don't charge them more, unless it's a totally different topic and a new subject. Then I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a new one. But if it's a follow-up question, I'm not going to charge for that. So, but yeah, go check out the products. I love our products. I'm passionate about our products. I'm passionate about what we create. And I have some new kits in the works as well. There's plenty of spell kits on there that you can purchase as well. And I'm working on some more fun magical options. So I'm really excited about that. And hopefully those will be coming. I'm hoping by summertime that I'll have those ready. I don't know. I've just got so much going on. So anyway, back to the group. We're going to be starting to do some witch trivia. We're going to be doing some witchcrafts. Oh, that's where we're at, witchcrafts. So you can buy the craft kit, very affordable. I'll have those online, and I'll post all the information in the group ahead of time, when we're going to be doing it, where to buy the kits. We're going to be doing witches' spells and altar sweeps and all kinds of different little witchy crafts, pensacles and witch wreaths and all different kinds of things. And, you don't have to purchase the craft kit to join us. And when I say join us, I mean, we're going to be inside of the group in one of the group rooms. So these are private rooms that only people in the group can join, and they are not recorded. Okay. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, if I do this, I'm going to be recorded. No, you're not going to be recorded. There's not going to be any trail, because I know a lot of people can't come out of the broom closet, and that's fine. I don't expect you to. I'm not going to force you to. Okay. That's a personal choice for every witch. But I want you to know that it is a safe space that you can come and create with us and get crafty and have some fun. So, and we try to find a time that works for everybody to do that. So, but once Pamela and I get all that up and running, we'll give you all the information. I'll put the crafts for sale. The little kits that you need for everything will be on sale. And I'm going to make them where you can personalize the options, give you different color options, different charm options. So you can really get what you want. And each one, even though it's a kit, it'll be very individualized to what you want it to be. And then if you'd rather, I will post a supplies list so that if you'd rather go get the stuff yourself and not purchase one of the kits, you are welcome to do that. That is more than fine with us. And then you can still come to the live and make the craft with us. So I'll be doing more of that. The witch trivia. I hope you guys will have fun with that and join. We will be giving away little like door prizes and gifts for witch trivia. So it's not necessarily like who's the top winner of the witch trivia. It's more like just door prizes. Like there's 3 rounds of witch trivia, so we'll do 3 door prizes. And what I'm doing with that is I'm giving away either a free hour-long reading. I say hour because I would do the 30 minutes, but it always turns into an hour because I don't know. I just do. I love to talk and I love to get to know you guys and help you. So we'll just go ahead and say an hour reading, or you can pick up to $25 items on the Witch Source. So those are what the prizes are going to be. So if you're like, is it, what's the prize? What'll it be worth it? An hour-long reading with me is definitely worth it. If you just go look at the price of that, or you can get products, and if you want something that's more than $25, just ask me, I'll work with you. It's your prize. I want you to feel lucky. I want you to be happy with what you get. So we're going to be doing that and, just fun things in the group. We'll start doing some more group only, like witchy talks and card pulls, like we did back in the day, or we just chit chat, answer questions. I'll answer your witchy questions and do card pulls, and it'll be just group only so that we're not bombarded with people coming on the Facebook page or joining on YouTube. And let's see, there was one other thing I wanted to mention. For the group, I want to also start doing little classes in the group. Somebody mentioned they want to practice their mediumship and learn more about mediumship. So I was thinking it would be fun to start putting together some classes that we can do in the group. So if mediumship is something that, you want to learn more about and practice on, if we get at least 10 people in the group that would like to do a class on mediumship, we can offer that, figure out what that would look like, what the cost would be, or if we'll just do a donation, love tithe, I think is what they call it, where you just pick what you want to pay, just to go towards the time and the materials that I'll put into it and everything. And then if you guys have other topics of classes that you'd like to see, just small, I would like to keep them small because I think it keeps them very intimate, and I think it's easier to digest the food or digest the soul food information and ask questions. I think you'll be more open to asking questions if it's a smaller group, and there will definitely be some pairing up and exercises as well. But if there's other classes that you would like to see within the group setting, and we can always move it to a private setting if people prefer that, that's, very much limited and outside the group. So there's different resources that we can do for that. I can look into like hosting just private sessions for these groups. So that's an option as well. So just let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. And yeah, so that's all of that that's coming up that I'm hoping to get out there for you guys soon. As always, if you have questions, you can email me. The email is thewitchsource@gmail.com. I would love to hear questions. And if you have podcast show requests, is there something you want to know about? I'll be glad to do the research and put a podcast out there. Just email me and let me know what you want to know more about. And yeah. So me personally, I told you a little bit about baby girl. As many of you know, I am currently living with and experiencing stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. It showed up after I had my daughter. I had breast cancer, the first time when I was 26. So, it's been 10, 11 years ago. And so right after my daughter was born, they found out that I had come back in my spine. in the vertebrae within my spine, and my back had actually broke while I was pregnant with her from a tumor that was in there. They just didn't know that's what it was at the time. So, been through a lot of changes. If you guys have been with me for a while, you've probably seen quite a shift in my weight and my health and my overall look and things like that. And it's just all the different treatments and everything I'm going through. Like sometimes I have to have steroids and my face will puff up really big and I'll look like a marshmallow face. And then other times I drastically lose weight and I look like Skeletor, skin and bones. So just in case anybody was ever wondering and you haven't been around in one of the lives to, know what that's all about, that's what that is all about. Here recently, I started a new treatment back in September. It seems to be working well. So, here I am. Sometimes I have to take breaks just because of my energy, and I have to have time to recover. I have my moments and I take care of myself and I love myself and I give myself permission to step back for a little bit. And that's why I'm truly appreciative of, Pamela and people like her that really do help. I found some really good witches along the way to help out. So that's been rewarding in itself. But I'm good now. And my most recent scans were a couple of weeks ago. Several spots are healing. So I think that's a win. I did have some new progression in my spine. There were some new spots. So I'm going to be starting radiation in the next couple of weeks. So I was not able to do the live card readings this past Friday because I had to have scans for them to plan out my next radiation sessions. So I'll just have to see what that schedule looks like as far as, how much I can do here. But know that I'm always still working. I'm still trying to learn and discover and provide witchy information because it does. It feels great to get magical and I love learning new things and I love being a witch. It keeps me happy. I love bringing magic into my life, into my day, meeting magic where my health is concerned, mixing those two. Some other things I thought about doing, which we'll see, it's been on my mind for a while to do it, is start a meditation group, or I guess a meditation circle within the group, which would be for group members only. So if you're not in the group, again, please join. Also, we recently had some scammers in the group that started that whole commenting in random places saying, oh, I'd love to help you, DM me. No. So if you're listening to this and that was you and you got kicked out, now you know why. Don't come into the group and the first thing you say is, soliciting to people because the group rules clearly state there's no soliciting. I only message people after they have posted that they have a serious question or problem and they need help. And I wait and allow other witches to respond. And if it looks like this person has not got the answer that they need, I will then answer. And if I feel led that they need a deeper amount of help than what I can offer in the group, I will say, you can message me personally or message the Witch Source and I will help you. Please keep in mind that is always free of charge. If I ever message you and say, you need to reach out to the Witch Source, please know it's free, okay? I'm not one of those scammy spammies. I'm not going to hit you up later and say, well, you've got to pay me $100 to do this spell for you to fix this problem. No, I don't do that here. We also have a lot of scammers when I do the live card readings. So anytime you're on, if somebody messages you and says, I have a message for you, or I have been drawn to you, or, I want to help you or work with you, any of that crap, no. You come to me for a free reading when I do those live free readings. I never go out randomly soliciting people saying, message me, or I feel drawn to you. It's not going to happen. So if you ever see anything like that going on my lives, on my videos, on my page, or in the group, um, anything having to do with the witch source, and if that if they come at you pretending to be the witch source, pretending to be me, yes, it has happened. I have had people try to duplicate me, and duplicate the witch source. So if you see that, please know I'm not going to charge you. If I feel like you need help, I will help you. I'm not going to charge you for that. If you want a reading, you are welcome to visit the website and purchase a reading. But I'm not going to tell you that you need help, but you have to pay me first. Okay, that's not the type of person that I am. So, all that being said, I thank you all for being here with me, joining me on this lovely ride. And I promise there are more podcasts coming soon. And don't forget, go check out the website. If you have not yet been to thewitchsource.com, please go. All right. We've got lots of products to look at. There's an episode list. So if you're wondering, hey, I wonder if they have an episode on such and such, you can go to the tab at the top that says podcast. Every episode I've done is listed, and you can just do a search. You can also, literally do a, search within the website for whatever topic you're looking for, and it will come up. So you can see if there's already an episode that you're looking for somewhere in the archives. I've got, of course, the blog post. I've got some spells posted there under where it says Book of Shadows. That's where you find all your information. If you're wanting notes from past podcast episodes, I am working to go back and pull those as well and make matching posts for them online where you can find that information. So there's a lot that I'm doing in the background. I know it seems like I'm not putting anything out there, but I'm really doing a lot behind the scenes to try to get stuff out there to you. Orders have increased here recently, and I am so thankful for that. I love getting to package stuff up for you guys. I do have a shop on Etsy, and I'm going to tell you right now, you are going to pay more for my products on Etsy versus going to my website. Things are cheaper on my website, but that's your choice. You're more than welcome to go to Etsy. And I recently had 2 people purchase something on Etsy, and okay, so prior to these last 2 reviews, I've had all 5-star reviews. I'm telling you, it blew my mind. 2 people. So the last 2 people, somebody gave me 4 stars, and then the next person gave me 3 stars, but commented in their review that they loved the item that gave me 3 stars. So I've messaged these people. They have not messaged me back yet. And I'm like, why are you not giving me 5 stars? Like, that really makes a big difference to people, to sellers in Etsy, whether or not you get those 5 stars. Like, I've always gotten 5 stars. And if you know me, you know I'm OCD. So I can't have that mess. What's going on? So if you purchase from me on Etsy, please leave me a 5-star review. I really do appreciate it. Like, you don't know like how much it means to me. And if you don't think that whatever is worthy of a 5-star review, please talk to me and let me know. Like, there have been plenty of people that, I have worked with them. They have gotten free products. They've gotten double products, like anything I can to keep my people happy, because you witches matter to me. So, yeah, I like getting my 5-star reviews. So it's also kind of crazy, like at the end of the day, while yes, I am a lot of love and light and I do want to help people, I'm a witch. Why are you leaving a witch a bad review? Like, come on, you're just asking for it, right? Am I right? Like, I'm joking, but I'm not. Like, why do you do that? Like, the last thing you want to do is piss off a witch. Like, you don't want to do that. That's just a bad idea, right? So anyway, hopefully they will respond to my messages and tell me what I could have done differently to get a better review from them. But yeah, and I send out like extra little goodies. I write you a message. Like, I'm not sure what the deal is here. Anyway, if I don't have some products that you would like to see, let me know. I will be more than happy to, add some stuff out there. Get you what you're looking for, what you need. If you need a certain herb that you can't access, let me know. I'll see if I can find it. If there's a certain statue that you would just love to have, but you can't find it, message me. I'll help you get it. Like, I will be more than happy to help you find some stuff. You just have to let me know what you need. Also, you guys, these adorable little crystal topped spoons I had on Etsy. Of course, they told me I couldn't sell them and they took them off. They deleted my listing, but they are for sale on the website. So if you listen to the podcast and you were like, hey, I used to see these really cute spoons on your Etsy, they're still available on the website. Just Etsy made me take them down because they're kind of like jerks like that. But no, they're just doing their jobs. But anyway, here nor there, I give lots of fun little things away, and I'm working on getting more little giveaways because I just love giving free gifts. It's like makes it like Christmas. Christmas and Yule are my favorite holidays. So yeah, when you get a box from me, I want you to feel like it's Yule and Christmas all over again, right? Okay, so that is my ramble for the day. I'm going to get back to packaging up some orders, and then pay attention. I'm going to try to get back to back to back the Moon Magic episode with the updated Moon Magic. I've got the Wheel of the Year, which is the general overall myth of the Wheel of the Year. So if you don't know what the Wheel of the Year is actually all about, beyond that it's the, Wheel of the Witches holidays, like there's a little bit of a deeper dive to it, just a little bit. You don't want to miss that episode. I don't actually go into the holidays themselves. It's literally just about the Wheel of the Year and the myth of the Wheel of the Year and what that looks like and feels like. So there's that one coming soon. And then the astrology piece, you guys get ready because this is going to be a huge post once I get it out there and get the podcast made. And then I'm going to go from that, giving you the basis of information that you need to understand the zodiac. Then we'll be going through the zodiac. And I want to make it very concise and not snooze you, right? Like I don't want to put you to sleep with this stuff. But we're going to go through the zodiac, starting with Aries, which we're currently in. And I've got that one almost done. And also the magic, the Aries magic, because it's not just the Aries sign that has the magic. There's magic to this time within Aries that you can access as well, right? And that's what the whole magic of astrology is all about. So stay tuned. That's coming. Also, a bigger project I'm working on, which will come probably, I'm hoping by the end of the year, is pagan parenting. So being a witch and parenting, what does that look like? There's going to be it's going to be a series. You guys know how I love my series. So it's going to be like a series of things on witchy parenting. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So it'll be like, some astrology, some craft ideas, some hands-on, some principle and ethics, some things to think about and consider, some how-tos, suggestions, actual tips that you can use, right? Like witchy parenting 101. Because I haven't found anything like that really out there yet that has really made sense to me. And then finally, an actual book of shadows. Like that's my goal, to create a really fabulous book of shadows that's very usable and makes sense, that I can then pass down to my child. And so please know that when I get these book of shadow pages made and everything put together, that will be available for download. And I might even turn it into like an actual printing where you can actually buy your book of shadows from me. But know that the information that I put into that is all the information that is very near and dear to my heart, and it is literally being made from the thought and outlook of what do I want my child to know about the craft, the ins and outs, the behind the scenes, the how it works, to every little piece. I want my child to know. I want my child to be aware. I want my child to have the opportunity and the tools to be the amazing kind of witch that she wants to be. I want her to have validated, honest information. And so, yeah, know that if when I get that put out there and it's available for download or purchase, that you're getting what I would give my own blood, um, because it's that important to me. And yeah, there's a lot of integrity that I try to maintain within the witch source, and I hope that gets. I hope you guys see that. Like, I hope that gets communicated. So, that being said, again, if there's anything else that you guys want, even if it's like certain decks, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 new decks. And when I say new, I mean literally brand new. US Games just printed some of these decks that I'm getting out there. I'm going to be reviewing for you guys. I'm going to be doing some unboxings and some reviews on these. So Oracle cards, because I really like the Oracle cards. One of them is a tarot. And then I'll give you guys the review of the Hocus Pocus Tarot deck that I've got. I've already done the unboxing. If you missed that, it's over on our YouTube channel. So that's that, you guys. I send you all so much love and hugs. I hope you had a wonderful Ostera. And yeah, until next time, my dear friends, stay magical. And don't forget, come see me in the group. That's where it's at.